Hello, friends. This is Robert West. Welcome to the show. In this video, we're going to talk about the continuing U.S. government shutdown and if any progress has taken place up to this point. But before we start, I just want to thank all the new viewers and subscribers to the YouTube channel. Really appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. It doesn't cost anything. Okay, let's get into this topic. So about a week has gone by, and there are no negotiations. The Republicans have been lying their butts off, saying that the Democrats shut down the government so they can give illegal aliens health care. The Republicans know this statement is false. They know illegal aliens are not entitled to any kind of subsidies under the Affordable Care Act, or they're not entitled to Medicaid. They're not entitled to Medicare. They're just not entitled to that. Now, at this point, there are still no negotiations. And you see many Republicans going on news programs saying that the Democrats should just agree to reopen the government, and then we'll talk about these subsidies. Listen, originally it was thought that maybe insurance premiums would go up under the Affordable Care Act, maybe 25%, maybe 50%. Now it's looking like it may go up, it may double, it could triple, or even more. So if the Democrats are smart, and I'm not sure they are, they should not agree to anything. They should negotiate. But here's the facts. The fact is, these Republicans in the House and the Senate actually knew when they passed that big, ugly bill that people's insurance premiums were going to go up like crazy. And they didn't even give a damn. All they cared about was getting a big tax break to the wealthiest companies and individuals in the United States. That's what these people were willing to do. And if the Democrats didn't do anything, they'd still just pretend it wasn't happening. Now you have some of these Republicans going on programs saying that they want to fix the system. Yeah, Trump said 9 years ago that he was coming up with a new plan to fix the system. Guess what? Still hasn't been released yet. Still hasn't been released. So what does that tell you? It tells you they have no plan whatsoever. They don't care. They don't think Americans deserve health care. They just don't. They don't think it should be a right. They think, hey, if you work for a good company, the company will provide it for you. And if not, then you're on your own. That's how these people think. And that's exactly what most people do not want. Many companies don't even offer a retirement plan anymore. They just don't care. Maybe a 401k, maybe not. So this is what's going on in the country. So far, there is no negotiations. Trump has not spoken to any Democrats up to this point. They said they're willing to negotiate, but honestly, they're not going to open up the government based on some promise to negotiate. When they pass something that will restore these subsidies, that's when they will reopen the government. And that's what they should stick to. They should not fall for the trap. That's where we're at right now, about a week into this shutdown. There's not much else to be said. I mean, and that doesn't even include the cuts to Medicaid, the SNAP, and all this other stuff. It's amazing. You can spend $200 million to build a ballroom attachment to the White House, which we've never had before. You can cut all this medical research And they're more than willing to double or triple the prices of healthcare insurance premiums. Very, very disgusting. That's why I don't vote for these guys ever, because they don't give a damn. They may pretend they give a damn. They don't give a damn about you. You know, I don't know why these people keep voting against their own interests, because that's what they do. Every time you vote for a Republican, you're voting against yourself. You know, the Democrats have problems. I'm not saying they don't, but that's not one of them. They don't try to gut health care. They try to help you get health care, you know. And if there wasn't the Affordable Care Act, you would still have the same old system. Oh, pre-existing condition, you're out. And they'd be charging these premiums and not covering hardly anything. So was the Affordable Care Act an improvement? Yes, it was. Did it really fix the problems? No, it did not. Because of politics, we didn't get to a single-payer healthcare system. Other countries are able to get everybody covered for about half the price that the United States spends. It's absurd. And the only free health care that illegal aliens get is if you go to an emergency room and you have an immediate need to be treated or you will die. That's where they will treat you. Other than that, they're not treating you. So what do you want, Republicans? Do you want people just to die at the emergency room because they don't have an insurance plan? So anyway, folks, thank you so much for watching. Again, if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel yet, please consider doing so. It doesn't cost anything. Have a good day, everyone. We'll see you in the next video.